We are here with Kree Clark, Jacksonville University standout track and field star. How's life going?
Life is going pretty great.
So we'll just dive right into it, and I'm just gonna call it like it is. You are a track and field superstar here at JU. Specifically, weighted throw, shot put, discus, hammer. How exactly did you get started into that?
Well, should I go way back?
Well, let's take it way back. Time machine, we're going way back.
Okay. Well, I was born in Dover, Delaware, moved to Georgia with my sister when I was about 12. In middle school, I started to play basketball, and then my basketball coach was also a track and field coach, but I didn't know that. And after the season, he said, "Hey, Kree, you're gonna do track." And I said, "Coach, no, I'm not. I'm not running anything." He said, "Well, did I say you have to run?" I said, "Well, no." I was like, "It's called track and field, Coach." He said, "Exactly, there's a field to the track." I said, "Okay, so what is there I can do?" He said, "Well, I have something I think you'll be really good at." And I said, "Okay." So we went out there and he said, "All right, this is called the shot put, this is called the discus. Your job is to make it go as far as possible." I said, "Okay."
Simple enough, right?
Yes, that was it. So, I mean, I did pretty well in that in middle school. I basically won everything with no coach. And then I got to high school and basketball kind of like took over my life. And I really wasn't focused on track and field as much, but I was still winning without a true throwers coach. You know, we all have these aspirations when you play basketball and stuff like that. You think, oh, I'm gonna get a scholarship to a really big school and I'm gonna, I'm just gonna go off and I'm gonna live this dream that you see on TV.
Right, you're gonna make it in the league?
Yeah, so senior year, reality set in when I was only getting calls from really small schools, HBCUs, and it was kind of discouraging, and I was like, you know what? Well, I don't think I'm gonna do sports in school at all. I'm just gonna go to Georgia State because in Georgia they have this thing called the Hope Scholarship. And so you can, with my GPA, I would have been able to attend school free tuition. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do sports. And then one of my coaches said, well, I want you to talk to Troy. So I talked to the Troy coach for a little bit and I really liked the guy. So he said something like, well, with your distances, you won't be able to come here even on a 60% scholarship. He said, we don't even think we'd be able to offer you a 25% scholarship. And I said, what? That was a big difference. And I said, well, coach, listen to this. In practice, I throw this distance all the time. I just have yet to do it in a meet. And he said, yeah, but it's not on paper, and you don't really have a coach. And I said, and to me, I was thinking in my head, that's all another reason for you to recruit me, So then, I kind of got discouraged just a little bit more. And I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to Georgia State. My mind was made up, right? I'm not answering calls anymore for any sport, for any colleges, period. And then later on in the year, pick up the phone and, hi, this is Bambi Carson, the assistant track and field coach from JU. Coach Mark sent me a video of you. And I said, Coach Mark. She says, it was a video of me on the track and I had a sock in my hand. And I was practicing my technique and I was throwing over a wall. It was like this 8-foot wall that separates the track and the stadium. And after I threw the sock, I had jumped over the wall and got onto the stadium. And she said, I saw that video of you and it wasn't your technique because your technique was horrible. She said it was your athleticism. And she said, if you're interested, we would like you to come visit JU. So I came to JU, talked to her and Coach Grigg, and I absolutely loved them, and I loved the campus. I loved everybody on it. And then they offered me a scholarship, full scholarship, and it was just basically, she said, I don't care what you've done in the past, I don't care what your distances were, I've seen your ability, and I feel like you can go somewhere in this, and I feel like you would be a huge asset to our team.
Nice, I'd say so. And going back to that, I saw that when you signed at JU, one of your coaches said that you were one of the great athletes that you really only get to coach once or twice in your life. Not only because of what you do on the field, your competitiveness, how much hard work you put in, but also academically. You know, a lot of times you'll see athletes, especially on the high school level,
Right.
where it's kind of, you know, that seesaw kind of teeters a little bit, you know, athletics and academics kind of up and down, but to excel at both, I mean, talk about the importance of that.
Well, for me, academics was huge. It was because of my upbringing, I feel like I'm the type of person who's definitely humbled by my beginnings. I don't feel like I'm an average person, you know, that just strives for just to get by. Like in school, yes, I won conference and I also would like to go to the championships, you know. Yes, I gotta be in this class, but next semester I'll definitely get all A's, you know. I feel like that's important to have, like a characteristic to have, especially like in this world where people are always told who they should be. You know, I want to make my life what I want it to be, you know? So I think that's important, especially in academics and athletics. I think that's why I definitely excel in both, because I don't want to be average. I don't want to settle for less than what I know I'm capable of.
But just looking at your resume, you're definitely far from average. Scholar Athlete of the Year of the conference, and then you also won in 2015 Indoor Outstanding Performance
Right.
Player. So being a D1 athlete and you're also an accounting major,
Right.
which kudos. I mean, just how in the world do you balance both of those?
Well, you know, for me, it's a lot of taking it day by day. You know, you can't dwell on your failures in the past because you'll never move forward. And then you can't look too far in the future because you get so overwhelmed and consumed. I think everything for me is focused. When you focus your energy on something and you give your all to that, you're bound to do good at it. So I feel like for me it's important to separate academics and athletics, because then I can focus on each of them separately and then I'm able to do my best in each of those things. So I think that's really important. Focus your energy.
Right, I like it. So we'll split those two up and we'll focus on athletics now.
Okay.
I mean, your resume is about as impressive as it comes. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I think you've probably won more individual achievements than most people will win, I don't know, maybe ever. And the thing that's most impressive to me is that you've done it not just in achievements themselves, but because of what JU is doing right now on such a dynastic run.
Right.
I mean, just winning all these conference championships. You know, how big of a deal is that to you, not only that you're winning them, but that you're winning while the school's winning?
Right. That's definitely important for me because I am a team-oriented person. I've always been a team-oriented person. So when, you know, I succeed and I win, I feel really good. But you know what? It sucks to win alone, you know? So when your team wins and you win, it's like an overall sensation. It's like, oh my goodness, we did it, you know? So when I win and my teammates win and they're happy, we're all happy, it's just a good vibe.
Right. So now the hard question comes. So out of individual achievements, meets, awards, and just overall memories, what's your favorite? Which one sticks out the most? Road trips included.
Okay, well that one's easy. Definitely the Boston indoor meet that we went to. We went to Harvard and then we went to Boston University. And that was just so memorable because you're with the people that you spend a lot of time with, you know, even in the classroom and also on the field. And of course you begin to bond with your teammates and you just like have this overall love for them. And then to see the people who has never seen snow before, see snow and their face light up, it's amazing. It's like, and for me, like, I'm definitely driven by my emotions. And for me to see somebody else happy, it makes me enjoy the day more. So that was definitely amazing. Plus, we all did well at the meet, both meets, Harvard and Boston University. So it was like a win on top of a win. It was amazing. It was definitely an experience to remember.
Nice. Well, we definitely appreciate you spending some time with us today. Learned a lot about you, obviously. So now that you guys know who she is, we're going to show you what she does and how she continues to build on that resume that she has that's probably running out of paper. We'll be right back.